Hey everyone, it's been a while since I've done a video. I'm actually in the mood to do a makeup video, which I've never done on this channel before, so I'm just going to ask that you all bear with me as I do this. This is the first time I've done it. No, I do not have the proper things to be able to edit a video and all that, but I'd rather have it fresh and not edited at this point. I probably will be coughing a lot during this video because I am still kind of sick from a cold I had a couple weeks ago. But I will show you guys the products and what colors I will be using as I apply them. I will not be using a primer because I normally put a facial moisturizer on at night, so that kind of seeps into my skin, so I have that as a primer. But normally if I don't use a facial moisturizer, I usually have the Hangover by Too Faced. This is just a smaller one. It was, I think, $15 at Sephora, but I do love it. It does fill in your pores and stuff like that very much. But starting today, starting yesterday, I decided I'm going to start using makeup that I need to use to get rid of. And today for my foundation, I will be using the Makeup Forever HD. I am in color Y235. Me and my best friend are actually in the same color of this. But to get started, I will put it on the back of my hand like this. Just do a couple pumps of it. Use my beauty blender, and then I dot it all over my face like this. Actually, I may just go ahead and talk during this video because it's kind of keeping me calm. I'm a little nervous about this stuff. And then once I do that, I make sure all the product is actually off of my hand. And then I just sit there and blend it in as much as I can to where it doesn't look like it's much on my face. I do have to use a concealer with this just because it's not as full coverage as like my Too Faced foundation that I have. I do all over the eyes. Most people do their eye makeup before they do anything else, but I'm not one to do that. I've never been one to do that. I have my routine. I do my foundation, my concealer, my powder to set my face and everything, and then I'll do my bronzer, my blush, and I always do my highlighter last. So, that it's all covered and whatever else. Eventually I will do a video of like my nighttime routine of what I do before I get in the shower, and things like that whenever it comes to taking my makeup off. I have used the micellar water by Simple. I don't care for micellar water. It doesn't seem to pull as much product off like I want it to whenever I do my face at night, so I just tend to just wash my face and do it that way. And I do take the product down my neck just so that it kind of evens it out to where my skin tone and all that is. But that is my foundation. Make sure I get it all. Sorry if I'm not in the frame while I'm doing this, but I am still blending the foundation out. The concealer I'm using is CoverGirl Get Ready Set Go, or Get Ready Set Gorgeous, sorry. It is in the number Fair 5336, sorry. And I'll just take that around like my problems areas. Like I've got some pimples up here that I popped. I'll bring it down my nose, around the corners of my nose, like that. I do it on my forehead, of course. And then I've got some spots here. Like I have some freckles that I would like to keep covered as much as possible, so my face does look a little funky. Whenever I get done like this, it looks like I've got some issue going on with my face, but I really don't. And then I'll do as much as I can underneath my eyes. And I just used the Micro Mini Beauty Blender to blend all of that out, which is this one right here. It was used yesterday. I clean my brushes and makeup sponges once a week, and then I just start blending it in as much as possible to cover up what I can. You guys can thank my best friend Katie for making me do this video. She wanted me to do it yesterday, but I had already done my makeup. So my husband and I took the kids to Chuck E. Cheese, and I decided I wanted to do my makeup because it's been a while since I've done it, and hopefully I can do a makeup like this every day, except for on the weekends, because there's no kids in the house during the day, of course. Plus, that will make me do my makeup every day. I am thinking about starting a Facebook page for my channel, just so that I pretty much have a page for my channel. Every time I get done doing a certain product, I do put it away in the proper spot. And one of these days I'll do an updated makeup organization video for what I have. But for now, we'll just do it this way. I'm using the Too Faced pressed powder in cocoa powder. It is the fair color. I do not use the thing that comes with it just because of whatever, but as you can tell, I've hit pan on it, and I'm just trying to use all of it up before I start using my Airspun again, because I want to get rid of products that are almost gone. And there's times I'll sit there and brush it all over my face, or I'll dab it in certain spots and stuff like that. Like under my eye, I'll dab it so that it's not so bad. And even on my eye, because I do put foundation on my eye as my primer for my eyeshadow. And then I just use it to set my whole face. I do not bake much. And if I do, I'll use my Airspun powder so that it sets better. And this goes back in the drawer. Goes up there. The bronzer I'm using today, normally I will use this bronzer by Too Faced, which is a sweet tea. But I haven't really used this much, so I'm trying to use it so that I have more of a variety for bronzers. And I think today I'm going to use the pink leopard one, which is right here on the bottom, because it gives you a blush color too. I do use blush on top of that. Any bronzer I use blush anyways. But I'll just take it and swirl it around in the pan like that. I'll dab a little bit of it off, and then I'll go from here down to here with it. Sometimes I do like it a little harsh than others. Other times I don't. It just depends on the mood that I'm in at that point. But today I plan on doing this semi-subtle eye look. Just because I am staying at home today. I'm not really going anywhere. I do use a towel that's right here on my table to kind of pull off the excess of everything. The blush I'm using today is the Dandelion blush by Benefit. I do like this blush a lot. So much so that I actually had 2 of them at one point. But I got rid of one because I've had this for a couple years, and since it kind of came out, but I'd rather use what I have at this point and go from there. And I'll just take this and go right across here, kind of on the apples of my cheeks, and then if I feel like I need more color there, I'll just get back into it and do the same thing. I have a mirror in front of me and one right here that has a light on it, so that I have additional lights. I have a lamp on over there, and then of course I have the light on the fan in our bedroom that's there. Of course this will go back in the drawer where it needs to go. And then I take this flat top kabuki brush. All the brushes I'm using today I actually got on eBay, and I love them. They're soft. I do have a travel bag that has all that stuff in it for whenever I travel. There's specific brushes for that. But I'll just take this and kind of swirl it around right here to kind of mix in the bronzer so it's not so harsh on one side where the blush is, on both sides of my cheeks. And then that's all I do for that. The eyeshadow palette I'm using today is the Tartelette Amaxonian clay palette, and I love it. This is one that I don't think I could ever get rid of. It does have a very nice mirror size in it. It's got all of these different colors. It's got the Free Spirit, things like that. I don't really use the black or the dark purple right here because it's so dark on my eyes, and I have very bright blue eyes. So, but before I always do that, I get my 35F palette from Morphe, and I use this color right here as a base. I do need to find another color that's similar to that so that I can have it without having to buy that whole palette again. And then once that's done, I put the brush up where it needs to go. Put this back in the drawer where it belongs, and then I will start on the rest of my eye makeup. Today I think I'm going to use more of the lighter colors like the Super Mom, Caregivers, Free Spirit, and Wanderer. I'm going to do the Wanderer in the crease in my eye, just so it has more to add color to. No, I'm not that great at makeup, but it's still a work in progress. But I have watched a lot of YouTube videos like Manny MUA, Jeffree Star, Jaclyn Hill, Nikki Tutorials. Here recently I've been watching more of Emily Noel 83's videos. She seems more down to earth other than Jeffree Star. I even used to watch Patrick Star, but now I'm at the point to where they're getting to the point to where they don't really want to be more truthful about their products, and they're basically just saying what needs to be said so that they get the free products, and that kind of drives me insane. If I don't like the product, I'm not going to use it. It's going to be that simple, and I'll say it like it is. But the next color I'm going to go into, this was Wanderer that I just put on my eye crease. I'm going to go into Caregiver, which is right here on the Tarte Amaxonian clay palette. And I'm going to just put that kind of all over my lid, just because I just want something soft and subtle and nothing too major. I have not done my eyebrows. It may look like I have. I actually haven't yet. But I use eyeshadow for that, and there's one eyeshadow palette I'll use for it. Until I hit pan on that and use it all gone, then I'll probably find a different color that matches my eyebrows to help with that. I'm sorry, excuse me. Next I'm going to go in with Free Spirit. Kind of just on the outside, just because it's more of a basic color, it's nothing major. It'll give it kind of a natural look, like I'm hoping for. And I'm just going to take that on the outer corners of my eye. And then on the inner corner, I'm actually going to use Jaclyn Hill's champagne pop in her collab that she did with Becca. So I'm going to use that on the inner corner just because I don't want anything too bright. I do not wet my brush for this just because it's really pigmented to begin with. And then that's pretty much it for my eye look. There's times I use 6 or 7 different colors, and then there's times I only use 3 or 4, or maybe even 1 for that matter. But I'm going to go in for my eyebrows. I'm going to use the eyes-sexspresso in the Natural Eyes palette, which is right there. Sorry, I forgot to get my brow gel out so I could set it afterwards. And I just take a chiseled brush like that, dip it in there a few times. I'll dip the excess out on my towel, and then just fill them in. And then that's it for my eyebrows. I will take the spoolie sometimes, like I'm going to now, and kind of just run it along my eyebrows to make sure that everything is pretty much set where I need it to be. I just kind of fill in the gaps where my eyebrows have holes and like different spots and things like that. And then my brow gel I'll be using is actually the transparent Maybelline Drama Sculpting Brow Mascara, which is that right there. And then, of course, that's the bristle on it. It's just a round tip at the bottom of it, and I like it because it literally gets into every little thing to set it. And then that's it for that. And then I will do my highlight. I'm actually going to use the Prosecco Pop for my highlight today. And I just use a regular blush brush to do it. There is sometimes I'll take the bronzer and I'll actually go up around my forehead and along my my jawline. I'm not doing that today just because I'm going to be in the house and I have no reason to be doing it really. But I'll take some of the Prosecco Pop and put it right here on my brow bone, just so it's highlighted And then I'll take an additional brush and I'll kind of even it out more so it looks more natural. Then I'm basically done with my eyes, other than mascara and putting on setting spray. I do not wear false lashes. For one, I don't know how to put them on, and for two, I don't want them pulling my real eyelashes out because I actually like my real eyelashes whenever I do my mascara. They are fine to me. I don't have any reason whatsoever to wear false eyelashes. Now, if I could just have my kids' eyelashes, I'd be good to go because they're long and very thick. I know as they get older that will diminish because that's just what happens as you get older sometimes with most kids. But other than that, I'd rather have them. I am actually going to be using the Maybelline Colossal Volume Express mascara today on the top and bottom, just because I want to use it and get rid of it. Put this stuff up where it needs to go, and then all I have to do is my setting spray, which is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. As you can tell, I'm almost out of it. Not really, but I will be soon. And I just use it to set my face, and then I clean up my mess. This is a towel I used. I bought it at Walmart for like $3. Just can't ready to go back in the washer. Of course, I wash it every day because I don't want the products and stuff like that to be on the towel and whatever else. So it will get put back in the washer whenever I do a load of clothes later on. And that's pretty much it. My makeup is done. One of these days I will do a video on how I do my hair and things like that whenever I feel like doing my hair. I don't really feel like doing it today because it's been raining the past couple of days, so whenever it rains, my hair is just up in a ponytail and that's it. But thank you guys for watching. Bye.